Well, all right. How was your day?
Tiring. And the same as the 200 days before it. Not 200. Definitely
you're being generous.
150 days. The
No.
last 100 days, let's say 100. The last 100 days have been pretty much identical.
Wasn't it like that? It was like that in Australia, though.
Yeah, that was a different kind of identical.
Yes.
Many types of identical.
Yeah.
Isn't life just many types of different identical times, though?
I'm not gonna say I've become a philosopher during
I'm not
any
going to think
of this.
about that one.
I don't want to think about that. But yeah, you're probably right. But no, not at all. I mean, don't you have enough things that happen that warrant tellings of the story of it? Or you don't, or they're so, I mean, sure, you don't talk about the identical ones because they fucking suck. That's why we haven't recorded in a while, because everything fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But the good ones that you got the story for. So there's enough non-identical times of life to make the identical times of life worth living, except now. Now that's not the case. Again, like in Australia, except now in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, you can be just bored to death in many different countries.
Is
it time to
bored to death?
Is it time to pick a side and revolution? Viva la revolute my bank. Is it time to get a cardboard sign?
I hate feeling forced to be political because it's just not. I'm just sort of the opinion it's futile. You know, sometimes you get your way in politics, sometimes you don't. Spending too much time and energy being pissed about it, kind of. Anyone I know is super political, while like hyper aware, very intelligent, making incredibly informed decisions for whichever way they believe. Also is very like stressed out and like high strung and upset a lot because things aren't going the way they feel or whatever. And so I've just never really been that political. However, this fucking horseshit in country number 2 in this way, it's made me understand why Australia handled coronavirus the way they did.
They did a bloody blooming good job, mate.
Well, because they had so much less of it, and so their format was like eradicate it and then don't ever let anybody in.
Oh yeah, and you're surrounded by thousands of miles of sea in every direction.
Yeah.
Like trying to pretend that doesn't make a difference. That makes a massive difference.
Yeah. Well, no, and now they're
shut your borders.
Now the same people we were locked down with are like living life. And attending the comedy festival that I flew there to do that never happened for me, that effectively began the end of my life as I know it. But so it's like, I get it. I get, they got rid of it and now they can live normally. But like here, United Kingdom, that's just not reality based on how much it.
Yeah, but people, I don't know. People aren't as compliant here as they were there right now.
Well, they
Australia has
here.
like a government that can control the people more so than the UK. As
well,
far as
I
can see,
that.
having lived in both places, people here don't comply because they kind of think like Western civilization started here or something, and they don't really have to follow the rules like everyone else.
I mean, I feel like people have been pretty compliant here up until, I guess, recently. I mean, I know I guess there were more sparks of like people having warehouse parties and shit here that I didn't hear of when we were in Victoria.
No one in Melbourne was having house parties.
Yeah.
If it was a house party made the news, it would make the news straight away and it'd be shut down with like a house party with 10 people. I remember that. 10 people, one with 10 people made the news like fucking front page because they got like $100,000 fine. These numbers might be off.
Oh yeah, right. I'm not going to pretend
These
like I'm sitting here
way off.
But it was combing this.
It was
shit.
less than it wasn't a big party. It was a house party.
Right.
Here, the people have been having parties. Like.
Well, I mean, our neighbor, we have this neighbor who usually sits in their window and smokes. Just after New Year's, I thought moved out. And then it looked like there were guys, because you can see it from our like window. It's like, I'm rear windowing this woman, but you can see it. And then she had her like, it looked like they were painting, you know what I mean? It looked like the place was empty and they were like fixing it for somebody else to move in. Today, she came back. So that's like what? Like almost 2 months or something like that? That woman went somewhere for 2 months. We're not supposed to be going anywhere. So I guess you're right.
She's pretty rich enough to fucking... This is a fucking fancy part of town. Our neighbours aren't fucking...
Us?
I was trying to think of everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, she went somewhere. And people, I mean, you know, have been traveling all over the place this whole fucking time, from what I can see. But
from what you can see on the internet.
From what I can see on the internet,
and what's
yes.
The internet?
The internet is the window into what life is for...
No, it's trickery. It's
what is
fucking
trickery? Of course it's trickery, but it's also like... It's not all smoke and mirrors. If somebody's taking a photo of themselves in a restaurant, then they're in a fucking restaurant.
Do you know how fucking photographs work?
Yeah, I know how
smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors. Okay.
If you can explain to me how a photograph works and travels in the sky, and look at where are the wires? None.
Wow.
So if you can explain to me
Grandpa.
that, if you can explain any of that to me, then I'll. What side are you on in this battle again?
You pick a site, any social media, Google. But I'm not. I'm trying.
No, I mean, what side are you on? What are you? What is the thing you were arguing for?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I'm saying
I'm alone with my thoughts all the time. Yeah, I have no idea what I even say
anymore. I'm saying the internet
anymore.
makes it worse.
The internet, of course, makes it worse.
Yeah, and I'm saying I don't even trust the internet because I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where is this? Where's the Wi-Fi in the air? How come I can't see it? And if the Wi-Fi is in the air,
it's getting all over you right now. It's in a box in this room.
Brain.
Yeah, you're
but the people saying 5G is like doing like something to your brain or something. It's not.
Yeah,
but the internet itself is definitely doing something to your brain.
The internet
the actual
created
internet
to do something to your brain.
No, I don't know if they meant for it to do what it's doing.
But somebody figured out it
and then
did.
Have you seen anyone younger than us? They're all autistic.
I haven't seen anyone in a very long time.
They're all autistic.
Except for you.
They're all on the spectrum.
Yes. Well, that's what...
And it's because of the internet. And I'm a bit on the spectrum now because of the internet as well, but because they grew up with it. Because I could play with sticks.
I could play with sticks, but I also had the internet.
Climb trees.
I had both growing up. I had dial-up.
Yeah, I dial-up.
See, you had the internet. It was just a different world.
Yeah, but you couldn't even use the dial-up.
You could use it, but there were more tricks.
I mean, you could use it. Go on rotten.com. Remember that?
No. See? You had the fucking internet. What's rotten.com?
Oh, it's disgusting.
Okay, hell yeah.
There was like pictures from like war scenes and stuff, like decapitated heads.
Oh, God.
A guy's dick was cut off and put in his mouth.
Wow.
That seemed like it might have been done in Russia or something. It was... Yeah, it was traumatizing, actually, to be honest.
See, I thought...
Pops into my head at least once every 4 months, just images, and I'm like, why did I... But it was funny in school, though. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm surprised, like, you said war images and beheadings and shit like that, and I was thinking, like, 2 girls, 1 cup, goat seat...
that as well, probably. But no, this is more, like, it was, like, pictures from inside a morgue and, like, a lot of pictures from, like, crime scenes.
I wonder if it still exists.
I don't know if I want to see it.
Well, I'm curious.
We'll look it up right now.
Rotten.com. I'm sure it's something else.
Yeah, probably someone bought that, for sure. But it was definitely called rotten.com.
Oh, it's just like a photo of me. Look at that. Yeah, it doesn't even fucking work. Wow, look at that. Your childhood. Did it ever even exist? I mean...
I don't know. Is this just a fucking autistic dream dreamed up by my use of the internet?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's one of the...
I don't even know if my fucking past is my past.
Oh.
My memory... I don't trust my memories because of Facebook.
Okay.
No, I do trust my memories.
Yeah, I was like, damn. I was like...
if I didn't trust my memories, I would have no idea what's going on.
I mean, I guess you could find out from Facebook, but... No, but like, I agree. I feel like it's like... The internet now, like the visual of a person holding a cell phone in front of their face and like speaking to it, like that's now a gesture done by. I mean, as far as I know, all of the generation that's come after us, even people in our generation, you know what I mean? That is now a gesture to like holding the phone in front of your face and speaking to it.
And I can't believe their confidence either. Their confidence to just ring someone with your face. Like they want to answer and see your fucking face.
I don't know how people make those videos.
I don't get that confidence.
I know we've talked about it before, but yeah,
I don't like cultures who don't self-loathe.
Well, I think,
You know?
maybe that's why I have not been able to do that. Because, I hate even, like, taking a photo of myself. So I'm like a selfie and, like, talking to the camera. I can
like taking a photo of myself if I am in good shape.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know, there's just...
But not that often.
I don't mind having photos taken. I don't mind having like little photo shoots.
If something looks good, you can take a picture of it. But like when...
But I'm talking like the selfie. Like the idea of like holding the camera up and then like holding it up, you know, photograph or talking to it or whatever. Like I just got
talking to another... You know what? It's just actually the way technology goes though. Now you just talk to someone on the screen. I don't get it. But then again, I don't really talk to people in real life.
Yeah. Well,
so I guess it just really peels back to that. It's nothing to do with
you thing.
It has nothing to do with technology whatsoever.
But for me, I kind of understood what you're saying, like not having the confidence. Like I don't think I could make a video and watch it back and not immediately hate myself. That is just me. Like, so to see that that's sort of like a thing. I mean, I've obviously like been like filmed in things or whatever, put up stand-up videos, but it's just weird. It's like if I'm the only one there, it makes me hate myself more.
No, I think the confidence is actually just FaceTime someone. I mean,
I know we're talking about different things.
Yeah, but we're not though.
Well, we're not. It's the same but different.
I mean, even the phone
like
call.
Like us.
Do you want to rename it?
Rename what?
The podcast.
The same but different?
Yeah.
No, we're not the fucking Olsen twins. Like, it's the same but different.
The same but different. What are the Olsen twins' names? Mary Kate and Ashley?
Yeah.
Do you know that one of them has AIDS?
No.
You know now.
I haven't been on the internet for a while. Is that true?
I heard a rumor.
From who?
Well, I made it up, but wow. I've also heard it from people.
Does this have to do with you've heard it? You made it up, but you've heard it from people.
I must have spread it wide and far.
Did you fucking Olsen twin?
It came back to me. No.
You did not give an Olsen
twin. Are they from
AIDS.
California?
I don't know.
What are they doing? I'm worried about them actually.
I believe they have...
Are their careers after coming off the...
They have a fashion house. 2 of them, I think.
A fashion house?
Yeah, they make fucking clothes. They like nice things.
In fact... Fake jobs.
Maybe, but
Rich people fake jobs.
I do have a pair of sunglasses that I bought on eBay that were like very, very expensive because I guess they're made out of alligator, which I do feel bad about, but they were already made and I bought them on eBay. That hopefully will be arriving with some of my belongings sometime in the next 2 weeks.
The Olsen twins.
It's from their fashion house, The Row.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it is expensive. It's
yeah,
fancy.
Duh. Yeah. Oh, well, they have one like that's Elizabeth and James, I think it's called, and that one's like a little less fancy than The Row, I think. And then there's The Row, and then they might have one more. I don't know. I mean, I know a little bit. I know what I know. That's what I told you. That's what I got.
They probably did a right song.
You don't have to be worried about them. They're fine.
So they kind of did the child actor thing, pretty partied, had a few mental problems, had a few breakdowns. Then anorexia. They got probably didn't like each other's boyfriends.
One of them married a real old guy, much older than her. Surprise.
Yeah, and then...
we all got our quirks.
And now they have clothes fashion.
Clothes fashion, yeah.
Yeah, so they really went back to just roots of being a lady.
Yeah.
Knitting. They're just knitting in an attic now.
Yeah, they're knitting.
Do you think they still wear the same clothes like the way twins do?
No, well, maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Do you think they can read each other's thoughts?
Yeah, they're aliens. I think they can do it.
Well, you know what? They finished their TV careers and now they're fashionistas, and you gotta respect that.
Yeah, I wouldn't poo-poo that life right now compared to the life I'm living. I'll take that. I'd trade up.
Did they do boys' clothes, do you think?
I don't know. Maybe. Why? You're going to get into fashion now?
No.
I don't think so.
I'm not in a financial situation for me to become a fashionista.
I know.
Not right now. But give it a few months. I was thinking of getting a pair of fucking Ray-Bans for work. Not Ray-Bans, but like old ones. Like a pair of sunglasses. I think it would make the day go quicker.
Sunglasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Because like...
I'm a big fan myself.
Sunglasses with a cigarette. Leaning. It's not a bad day.
James Dean.
That's not a bad day at all. If it's sunny, sleeveless. When you're in shape.
Is this your fucking vision board? What's going on now?
This is how low my plans for the summer are, because I don't want to hype anything up.
No
big.
hope. I don't want to have any hope.
I was thinking of getting a pair of sunglasses for work and a hat.
What kind of hat?
I don't know, like fucking one that you can drink a lot of fucking cans in.
Okay, are you at work or is this a Saturday?
No, this is like fucking.
You're like, I'm smoking and I'm in a sleeveless shirt and I'm drinking cans with
cool,
my sunglasses.
It's cool clothes to get drunk in
at work,
after work, at the end of work. You know.
I see. Wow.
Yeah, so like fucking.
Couldn't you just wear those clothes on the weekend?
Outdoor kind of drinking clothes that are also work clothes.
Wow. Okay.
So beat up. I guess it's wear dress now. Really, I just need the sunglasses and a hat. I don't want to use that Adidas hat because I think it looks a bit too cool.
That's health goth.
Yeah, no, I want a beat up hat, but I don't want to buy a hat that's fucking made look beat up. I want to steal a homeless man's hat or something.
No, you don't.
A hat with some.
You don't even.
Oh well, I'm gonna like I'll give him something for it.
No, you. Why do you want a homeless person's hat?
I want a hat with a fucking story.
A hat with a story. Well, you want a hat from a thrift store.
The story is like fucking stole it off a homeless man. Yeah. From fucking.
When a thrift store is open.
A thrift store, as you call it.
Well, what do you? Oh, charity shop.
I guess, yeah.
What do you call it?
Secondhand
store. Yeah, that's not
charity shop. Or another name for it is shit out of luck.
Shit out of luck. Well, I'm about to clothe most of Brooklyn with what Eve's donating of my fucking clothes in New York.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know what you...
Clothes Brooklyn.
Yeah. So, I guess but I'll just explain for anybody listening. All the contents of my bedroom of my apartment has been in storage since last July, when the person renting my room told me they couldn't pay me rent on June 1st, since June. So all the shit got moved into storage. And then even though I had to sell all of my furniture and other possessions in my apartment, everything that was in storage has been in storage. But now a friend of mine and the woman I was supposed to do the Melbourne Comedy Festival with, she has generously donated her time, and also somebody I'm doing another podcast with. Might as well do a plug right now. Everybody's Doing Better Than Me, where Eve, Ellen Bogan, and I are doing that podcast. But she's going through all my shit.
That podcast is literally doing better than this one, so it's like...
Well, we're at least recording more, that's for sure. But, yeah, so go check it out. But she's good. I'm having the shit that's in storage delivered to her, and we're going through all of it. And it's basically all my clothes, because that was what was in my bedroom. And I've got a fuck ton of clothes. I had a wall of clothes. I'm not saying this is something I'm proud of, but I found really cool shit at thrift stores, and I built myself a wall out of plumbing pipe to hang all of my clothes, because I am a fashionista, right?
Those fucking twins?
Like those twins, yeah. I'm Mary Kate and Ashley in one, except poor. And with no career
Mary
right
Kate
now.
Ashley, I'm broke.
Yep, there we go. And yes, exactly. The Olsen sister, nobody gives a shit about.
Charity shop sister.
Yeah, the charity shop sister, there we go. But basically there's too much stuff, and I can't keep
Thrift
it all.
Store whore.
I'd say that one's all right. I don't dislike it, but I feel like that's not, it's been done. It's been done.
Yeah.
Thrift whore, I think that's been done. Yeah. But she's going through all my shit, and then it's basically like, can it be sold on ThreadUp? The least amount is what I'm keeping. Then this other stuff to be sold on ThreadUp, and then stuff that can't be sold is going to the charity shop. And there's plenty of stuff that's not good enough to be sold that's going to the thrift store, the secondhand store, charity shop. So what I'm saying is, like, I got rid of this velvet hat. It's kind of like, it's a little Mad Hatter-ish, but it's a crushed velvet hat. I've had it since I was a child.
That wouldn't fit my kind of work hat.
No, it would not. But it's
actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, that might be the funniest hat to work in.
It would be hilarious, actually.
And not even talk about it if anyone asks. Just go, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. What hat?
I might wear a pirate hat to work.
That's a little...
imagine being drunk in a pirate hat coming home from work.
No, a little too kitschy. I don't like it. Not here for it. I'd like it more subtle. I think you can do it...
The turban? No, you get in trouble. I had a sombrero. No, it's too.
Also, no.
It's just too. No, it has to be a ridiculous hat. Like,
you
know that thing that they give you stupid in school back in the day?
dunce hat?
A dunce hat.
You know,
or just a pajama hat. A pajama hat.
You didn't know the word for dunce. It's just sort of funny.
I didn't fucking ever say I wasn't a dunce. Like.
No, I don't think you're a dunce, but
you said you just call me fucking.
I just pointed out the joke there. You're like, what's the word? What's the word
jokes.
For the hat when you
jokes or something pre fucking 2020? Yeah, no one understands jokes anymore. Jokes. I don't understand.
Punish me for it later.
No, I don't understand any fucking jokes.
But the dunce hat, yeah, but she saw that hat, and I was like, oh, I just saw it for a minute, and I was like, because I'm trying to Marie Kondo my shit from over here, right? And, I don't get to hold it and see if it sparks joy, but I get to look at it because we're doing it over, like, video. And I saw it, and, I had my little memory, and I was like, okay, donate. And she's like, you're going to make some homeless person very happy with this. And then tons of my shit is already at thrift stores. So if you're in Brooklyn, New York, you can probably go to fucking Beacon's Closet or Buffalo Exchange or just Housing Works, and you're gonna find something I used to own.
You can buy some of our memories.
Yeah, you can buy some of my memories.
Our
exactly.
Precious memories.
Yes, I know you and I are very different when it comes to things.
I'm telling you, I don't even have a memory anymore.
Yeah, you're
it's
like,
not
get rid
I
of
don't
all
even
of
have
it.
my things. I don't even have a memory of my life. Honestly, I can picture my mom in my head, and I think I have siblings, and I definitely had a dog.
I think I have siblings.
But everything else is just a kind of weed haze.
You're in a haze. I mean, do you think any of this has to do with the fact you used to box?
That definitely made me something retarded, I think.
I mean,
I
know this
I wasn't good at the...
Not getting hit?
The defense. my defense had major holes.
I mean, I know you just said you have no memories, but do you remember having a better memory?
I remember everything up to the first time I went boxing.
Really?
No, I remember... That's the last memory I have, is when I was boxing in my early 20s is the last. I don't know, something's been deleted anyway. I think someone deleted a file.
Someone?
Yeah, it could have been boxing, it could have been drugs, it could have been... I hit my head a few times as a child as well. I was chasing a bird once.
Uh-huh.
And I tripped over a hose.
Oh. And
I hit my head off. There was like a digger bucket in the back.
Wait, what is it? What is a digger bucket?
A JCB bucket.
What is it? Is it used for digging?
An excavation machine. Do you know what a building site is?
Yeah. I mean,
the yellow things, the big yellow things are like dinosaurs that move. I guess, yeah, they're tractors.
Or are they They're a tractor. What are they called?
They're a tractor, but it does like more jobs than.
I don't think it's called a digger.
It's called a fucking digger.
Wait, a digger.
A digger.
What'd you call them? Bucket?
A digger bucket.
Huh? Why was that in your backyard?
Because my dad fixes diggers or something. I don't really have these memories anyway.
Okay,
so I don't know if these are even real memories.
So you think you just made this up?
No, this definitely happened. I tripped over the hose because I was chasing a bird, and I smashed my head off the digger bucket.
Ah, did you have to get stitches or anything?
No, I just. Yeah.
Was there a hole?
There was blood and stuff.
There was blood and stuff.
I think I was just cleaned up and sent along my way in the world.
Maybe you got a concussion.
Definitely.
Well, maybe that's what's going on.
I still think of that bird. He really fucked me over that day.
Well, what'd the bird look like?
It was a sparrow. I was obsessed with birds. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was a birdophile, if there was such a thing.
A birdophile.
No,
There's definitely a name for people.
There is a name for it. What's the scientific name for a bird?
I don't know. Like that bird?
No, there's definitely what's the bird come under? It's like a...
Birdius Maximus.
Good guess.
Thank you. I'm highly educated.
Yeah, anyway, a birdophile, I guess.
So, well, it's funny. I had a choice between my first... I guess it wasn't my first dog, but it was like my first dog I'd get as a puppy, right? Between a puppy and a bird. Because we went to church. Basically what happened was we used to go to church in Reno.
Which one?
Methodist. My mom was a Methodist.
That's one of the newer Christians.
Yeah, and
that's a real American one, isn't it?
Honestly, fuck if I know. I know it's different than Catholic.
That shit wouldn't have flown over here in Europe. We would have fucking crushed that.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I figured out that any of that shit was like being taken seriously, like when I really got to the age, I was just like, oh, no, this isn't for me. But when I was a little kid, I'd get dragged to church. And then I go to fucking Sunday school. So it's basically like you just have to go, sit there for like 20 minutes, bored out of your fucking mind. Then you go to Sunday school, at least you can color and they give you a snack.
Sunday school sounds like somewhere where you might get molested and told not to say anything.
Now that I'm an adult, I would agree with you.
It's more of a Catholic thing, though.
Yes.
We invented that.
Yeah, that's your thing. That's your ballpark. Your neighborhood.
It's part of the culture.
Your corner.
It's
that's
part
your corner.
of the culture.
Yeah. It's why people travel to Ireland sometimes, just for the culture.
Well, it's the worst cases in America. Boston.
I know. Woof, right?
Oh, yeah. Fucking reverse engineer that way, are you?
But yeah, we went to church, and some people we went to church with, they had basset hounds that were like show dogs, and they had puppies, and they brought the puppies to the kids in Sunday school. So of course everybody wanted a fucking puppy, and my mom taught in the Sunday school sometimes, so of course she met the puppies, which tugged at her heartstrings, puppy strings.
They do that.
Yep, and so that's when the puppy idea entered into play. But at the time, I think, I had this woman who's like not my grandma, but kind of was like an acting grandma, this family. And they they had...
Surrogate grandma?
Sort of a surrogate grandma, yeah. And there was this farm kind of... I can't remember the woman's name who ran it. It doesn't matter. I think it was Linda. I don't know. But anyway, this grandma figure wanted to give me horseback riding lessons, which... I did maybe 6 times total, maybe.
How would you think the horse felt about that?
I don't know, because I was more into the farm. I wanted, because we'd get there and I'd be like, can I go see if there's eggs in the chicken coop? You know what I mean? I was like, this shit rules, and I was not into the horseback riding, to be honest. And I didn't take it for very long because it was just not my thing, which is fine because it also sounds really fucking bougie. I don't want to know how to ride a horse.
No. If society collapses, it would be a good skill.
I know, but I already blew it, with piano. It's just like the shit that your mom's like, you're gonna wish you hadn't quit, and but
no, only if you're riding a horse into war or something.
Right.
When things have gone really Mad Max and shit, and there's no fuel left.
I mean, I've already accepted. I'm gone probably pretty early in the apocalypse. So
yeah.
I mean, I'm spry, but I can't see. I'm blind. Anyway, she had parakeets. That's my point. That's what I'm getting to. She also had like a bird room, and there
an aviary.
An aviary, yeah. I don't know if it was as grand as it. Well, I guess it was just a small room. An aviary.
I spent my communion money on building an aviary.
You built it? Did you build it yourself?
No, I employed a man.
You employed? How old are you? 8?
Yeah, 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah,
and that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Like higher beams on the aviary, please.
Yeah, I was like, build me an aviary with my communion money, £500.
Wow.
Yeah.
And are there still birds in that aviary?
There was a tragic genocide.
There was a tragic genocide?
Or I don't know, it was a massacre or something.
What do you mean? Was it? What happened?
Budgie Regards. It's a full name for Budgie.
Oh, is this a person?
No, these are the birds.
Okay.
Budgie Regards. They actually just don't get along that well sometimes, or my ones. Or they're aggressive. They're aggressive.
What? Birds. Wait, okay, no. So
there was a murder anyway, for sure. There was 4 of them, and then fucking Law and Order SVU. I came in one day, and one was fucking the youngest one, the friendliest youngest one, the kid.
Okay.
The child of the flock. Was dead on the floor.
Okay.
And the others were all looking shady.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And then
they did it again.
Okay, so now there's 2.
So there's one bird just fucking everyone up.
Okay, and then?
And then these 2 were like the OGs. They I think they just did it. So maybe the 2 of them were involved.
Did they live?
They were like a couple that were the oldest.
And they lived there till their bird death?
No, it looked like a kind of suicide situation. I don't know. Now 2 of them died pretty close together then. But they lasted a couple of years, but it's just when we introduced the other ones, they killed them.
So they killed the other ones.
I don't know. I don't fucking know for sure though. We had cats as well, but a cat could never get in there.
God, wow. Okay.
Actually, I don't know. That is actually fucking trauma that I've definitely kept.
Yeah, no, I just learned something.
I completely forgot about that.
Wow.
This is why I don't like to fucking talk about my cloudy memories.
No, I mean. No, that's it. I mean, it's a very...
I had some sort of dream with my aviary, and it all came crashing down. You know, like the movie Jurassic Park. Are you familiar with the movie Jurassic Park?
Who isn't?
It stars Sam Neill. He's from New Zealand. And anyway, the whole dream of bringing dinosaurs back to life, you know, to create this utopia kind of the most bestest, funnest, magicalist kind of Disneyland, but also it's a zoo, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Of
I mean,
dinosaurs.
and as the movie plays out, we see it's like a Russian novel, the tragedy that ensues,
Right.
and it's just left in chaos.
Uh-huh.
That's like my Avery.
Okay, so
So it's a choice between a parakeet and a dog.
well, hold on. I just have just one or two more questions about this Avery. So, is it still there?
It dilapidated over the years, and then like
So
people
what-
started to use it as a garden shed, which I never consented to. So it's like my land was stolen as well.
Wow.
This land bought by an 8-year-old stupid Jesus fearing Catholic child.
But somebody had to build it with like support beams and then whatever.
This is picture a garden shed.
Okay.
No, picture like a rabbit hutch, and just smack them together.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about. It's not. This isn't fucking LA.
Okay. Well.
This ain't fucking.
All right. Well, I wasn't
Manhattan,
in Los Angeles
you know
or
what I mean?
Manhattan. I was in Reno.
This is
but
semi-rural Ireland.
okay. But just to be fair though, Reno
Yeah, similar to that. I guess
closer than Los Angeles or Manhattan to
Yeah,
semi-rural
no.
Ireland.
There was a stink of Reno off my Avery.
I could. Yep. There we go. Endorsed. Okay, so it's gone. It's also a shed now. Wow, and the birds. Okay, well, interesting.
Yeah, there's something dark happened anyway.
Well, yeah, no shit. We just heard the story.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it went down.
Interesting.
I
Well, a
don't
little
know.
ketamine will clear that up. Maybe you did it.
I had the yellow one. The yellow one was the best. It was like, because when you get them young, like real young birds, they're super comfortable with you.
Yeah.
But if you don't get them that young, they're kind of like all scared and shit because they're birds, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
they're small and they're kind of fucking retarded and shit, and you're big and you could crush them in a second. But
I don't know if that's what they're thinking, but okay.
they're not thinking much. I don't think these
Yeah.
budgies. I don't know. They show affection to one another anyway. Anyway, did you pick the dog or the parakeet?
Well, I just want to the budgie. Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, these guys. These are the guys. Oh my god, this is bringing back memories.
Well, isn't this?
Oh,
I
look, I
feel
would-
like
that
this
was
is what I was
exactly-
choosing. This is a parakeet. This is a.
Oh, so we call them budgie regards. You
Well,
call them
I
parakeets.
call them parakeets. So I was picking between these. Well,
They're
now I'm glad I
Australian.
didn't.
They're
I'm
Australian.
fucking glad I didn't.
They're Australian, you know that?
Peck my fucking eyes out at night.
I think
Holy
they're from
shit.
Australia. They move in massive flocks.
Yeah, I
Like
picked
that,
the dog.
like the whole sky moves when they flock. You picked a dog.
Yeah, no, why? I implied that, but I figured I might as well just say it clearly. Yeah, because I mean, seriously, what do you mean the sky moves?
It's like when they flock, the flock is so dense that like it looks like the sky's moving. You know, like the whole thing ripples. You know, when you ever see birds flock like that?
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit.
there are birds here, but I did see some tropical.
There is tropical
birds.
birds here. They fucking there's a story behind it. I'm not sure what it is, but there's these bright green ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're here.
I saw some
You
in
see
the park,
them in the city, yeah. I reckon it was a
and I was like, those look like Australia.
yeah. I know. I reckon it was a
And then
fucking they escaped from a pet shop or something.
Oh yeah. Well, then the rest of the birds look like the UK to me. Those ones always by the lake, the geese.
Yeah, they look like they have diabetes.
They do look weird. They're not my favorite. I did prefer the Australian birds.
Yeah, no, there's some cool birds in Australia.
There's some real cool birds.
Here there's a lot of fucking crows. Which, you know, you feel bad for the crow because it gets such a bad rap. And it's no coincidence that it's like, you know, it's a black bird as well, like. Society's fucked up. Caw, caw, you know? I like crows.
I know what a crow is.
I think it's like fucking in Ireland we have a ton of crows. Some of them are fucking old as shit as well.
How do you know they're old?
I don't know. Oh, an older person told me that.
An older person told you.
So I remember someone saying that crow's 40 years old. And they live like, I don't know, maybe when you look this up, but I think they live like 40 years.
Wow.
Do you got crows in Reno?
I don't seem to remember
Or you have memory problems like me?
crows specifically being a part of my Reno
You
experience.
can never remember crows, not once, because you got molested by a crow as a child.
Yeah. Crows are
When
a
someone
soft spot
mentioned
for me.
crows ever, you just get this big, like, just a blank stare in your brain. What? Caw. Oh, yeah. Those are good old days. What do you spend your communion money on?
I didn't get communion money.
What about Methodist?
I don't remember getting any money for doing anything at the church. In fact, the only money I associate with the church is, I remember with my surrogate grandma and my mom, we went to see in downtown Reno, where I actually, funnily enough, did end up doing stand-up comedy when I was in Reno on the stage there. What is it fucking called? It's like, shit. Well, I have it on the flyer that's somewhere on my social media, so whatever. But it's basically, this ball in downtown Reno. There's like 2 theaters, and so I think it was here. It doesn't fucking matter. We went and saw a show. That's my long-winded. We went to see a show, and there was a casino. Like, you exit, and then there's like casinos everywhere. Maybe it wasn't this place. It might have just been a fucking hotel. But we saw the show. We exited, and my surrogate grandma, her name was Jean. I'll just say Jean because she was a Jean, and she was, she made Jean the name classy, But she wanted to show me how, like, you lose your money when you gamble, right? Because, like, I was growing up around, like, slot machines. I mean, they're in the grocery stores. My mom and I used to that's where she would get our hair cut. Like, it started at the Hilton, and then when that lady moved to the Peppermill salon, then we went to the Peppermill. So it was like casinos were everywhere, whatever. So she was like, you lose when you gamble. And so she put a nickel into the
I know what happened next.
slot machine. Of course you fucking do. She fucking won. The whole thing went off.
I thought she was going to fucking lose a nickel and then shoot herself.
No, yeah.
I always expected different
things. That I honestly almost like that better. But how
much did she win?
Well, it was nickels, and I want to say it was maybe only like $40 or something because it was all in nickels.
But that's a lot. Like it looks like it's got a
especially to a kid, a kid, and so we had to get one of those big cups for it, and I was thrilled.
Our fucking lesson backfired big time.
Yeah, when she told me I needed to donate it to the church, and I don't know if that's what ended up happening or not, but I kept the cup for a very long time. But yeah, so that's me and money for the church. The church has never provided me any money.
Do you know I worked in a casino?
Yes, I did know that.
For 8 hours.
Yes.
Then I had enough.
Yep, well, that...
After 1 month's training.
I know.
And you know what? I still don't understand blackjack, really. There's blackjack and something else. Baccarat, maybe? Oh, man. They were so angry at me at casino training college. One night. They started doing stand-up comedy after that. I quit the casino and started
I see the trajectory.
The next very day.
Yeah.
The very next day. The very next day. This English thing is getting tough these days.
Yeah, well, when you don't
the whole inside and not talking to people, and then the people I do talk to, I actually don't really talk to. Then you kind of forget how to talk.
Well, when you do really talk to them, or at least in my experience, for the most part, when you really talk to them, they want to talk to you less. Because for me, all I do is, lose my fucking mind now.
Yeah, you got a different approach. Mine's like I just keep on forgetting to answer the phone or write back to people. Some people need to like really reach out, and I'm like, I'll extend not an olive branch, but like a...
Olive branch isn't right. That would imply you have a...
I'll extend a fucking grapevine. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If... I'm gonna try and be New Year's resolution in March. It's gonna be more chatty, more of a chatterbox. What's the goss, fellas? What's going down?
I feel like
what's going downtown? Who won the football? Oh, not again. And Ryan Giggs is a great footballer. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have a chat with people.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you do you.
God, it's going to be very hard to integrate back into society.
Yeah, I agree. That's another reason I'm angry about everything.
So maybe a good way to integrate back into society would be to go to these marches. What are they for? You want to go to an anti-lockdown march, and I want to go to an anti-abortion march.
Can I be honest? Okay.
I just think it'd be good if we both have different kind of marches we go to, and we can come back.
I don't want
talk style.
Can I tell you something?
Talk shop. Talk shop about how to be a good activist.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just smashing plastic babies against the wall that are filled with like ketchup.
I don't want to go on a march. I don't like marches. And I don't think maybe anybody does. Maybe some people do. I don't know.
People love a fucking march these days.
Okay. So I'm not the biggest fan of marches or crowds or whatever.
There's no St. Patrick's Day march, but everyone's marching for their stupid beliefs. But what about everyone used to celebrate Ireland becoming Catholic? Everyone. Ridiculous countries, and we didn't do it this year. Happy St. Patrick's Day. But yeah, you're going to go on the Freedom March, are you?
I don't know. I don't want... That is not an activity I actually want to do. With that said, my sentiment is in line with what the march. And not like the COVID's a hoax, but more like this whole shit is causing damage to people.
I'm going to go to
in the way it's being handled.
BLM march with a picture of Meghan Markle on my t-shirt. The princess that's been ignored. Gossip's boring. So tell me more about
Yeah, I mean, I'm...
tell me more about taking down the system.
Embarrassing joke.
Che Guevara. Cuban guy.
I feel like...
What? You feel like what?
Nothing.
Feel like you're burning out of steam here, Captain?
No, but I feel like you switched gears twice, and I'm trying to follow, and I'm like...
Oh yeah, sorry. You see, also my brain isn't really working correctly in class 3 once.
Neither is mine.
It's been jumping around. Like I was about to ask you, do you remember yesterday when or was it the day before, when we were arguing about the Captain Birdseye box? Not arguing, but
we were Captain Birdseye. Yeah,
we were discussing it, and then I thought...
You asked me if it was it, and I said yes, and then you didn't believe me, even though I read...
I didn't know if it was generic chicken burgers or Captain Birdseye chicken burgers.
But you were like, is that Captain Birdseye? And I was like, yes. And then you were like, are you sure? And I was like, well, I just read it. But you were like saying, am I sure? Like, I would just say, yes, of course. Like something named Captain Birdseye.
Yeah, but the thing
specific.
was, then I saw the box. The box just said Birdseye, and then I had another trouble with my memory going, did I make up Captain Birdseye?
Did you Google it?
No, I didn't even Google it, but I just feel like there was a captain involved with it.
Well,
the same way that KFC that's a cap. They have a colonel. I think Birdseye had a captain, but then I didn't know if I made that up in my head. You know what I mean?
But you saw that the box said
Birdseye.
Birdseye.
Look, I was fucking right.
But you saw that the box said Birdseye, right?
I did, yeah.
So I answered. It was the correct answer to your question.
I know, but like what I'm doing is I'm thinking things, and then I'm only asking half the question, audibly.
Well, wasn't that a full question?
Well, the most important thing about this is that the captain did exist, so I can trust my memory.
Well, look at that. Full circle. That's nice. I think you should trust your memory. I mean, and I'm a big fan of remembering things. I think at this point.
Yeah, you like to fucking remember, alright? Well, what you think? I think we did a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing more to say.
Do you want to thank our sponsors?
No, I want you to do it.
Thank you, sponsors.
You're doing it because you don't even know. And
Sinead and Niall. Damo, Kevin.
That's it.
Tom Ford.
God damn it.
Good night.
This American Irish life.